Beloved within the Seventh-day Adventist Church, beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message, a very urgent message called Apostasy in Seventh-day Adventist schools. Apostasy in the Seventh-day Adventist schools. Now, here recently I went to the school that I've been going to for the past 15 years called Oakwood University. And at the farmer's market up there, it was a Sunday festivity where they had gospel rap music, and they had games for children, and they had food in the store for people who want to buy food in the community, and they had a gospel rap song up there. I Love Nobody But You from Kirk Franklin. People were getting jiggy with Kirk Franklin, dancing, purchasing food in the store, purchasing food outside. And while I was there, a Caucasian person ran from me because they were scared that I was there. And they realized there was a different spirit on me, and I wasn't accepting of that lifestyle. And then a black man ran from me because he realized I wasn't accepting that lifestyle. I noticed they treated the black professors that were there in the religion department, they treated them, I believe, in all that cultural relativism, saying that the situation allows for you to change objective truth based off of a certain situational ethic. He taught me Christian ethics at Oakwood years ago, this same professor. And so it's so sad, beloved. That's the attitude of our Seventh-day Adventist schools. Bringing rap music, gospel rap music. Bringing festivities on Sunday, but no church on the Sabbath. Church is already world on the Sabbath. They already had, instead of having hymns, they already had trap sets and dancing in church and Sunday singers and Sunday ministers up there. Now they've closed down the church, and all they have is festivities on Sunday. Sister White says in great controversy, persecution in the first century, that Constantine made Sunday a festival day, and they kept Sabbath. They kept Sabbath and Sunday, and Sabbath was considered a fasting day and a day of drudgery, but Sunday was considered to be a festival day. So that's what they've done. They've closed down the churches in the NAD, and they're allowing festivities on Sunday, worldly festivities on Sunday in Adventist schools. It is so sad reality. And Sister White says in Patriarchs and Prophets, a chapter called Apostasy to Jordan, she says, by feasting, by festivities, by the wine cup, by charms of beauty, souls are breaking down to the seventh commandment. So all these things at our schools, bringing all this worldly music and all this dancing and all these festivities, brings in the violation of the seventh commandment, fornication, adultery. All these things are sins, and they must be reproved by God's servants. And it's so sad that Seventh-day Adventist leadership are going there, inviting, being a part of the festivities, endorsing apostasy. I was parking in the area there so I can canvas off of Adventist Boulevard, but I couldn't even canvas because there's a lot of worldly music going on right across the street from me, and it gave a bad name to the school that I was representing, Oakwood. This is a worldly school. It's not even a Christian school to them, and it's so sad. Now, what does the Bible say? Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather approves them, Ephesians 5:6. And then Galatians 1:6 says, if any man bring any other doctrine to you, don't bid that man Godspeed. And then Titus says, after 2 or 3 admonitions, note that man and reject that man if he's not bringing the truth to you. And then 2 Corinthians 11:13 says, for such a false prophet, for such a false apostles, deceitful workers transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. These ministers that are allowing these things to happen in our schools, and their pastors in our religion department, beloved, they are killing with the fat, eating for themselves and not feeding the flock of God. And these same ministers are dressed up in sheep's clothing, but they really are wolves in sheep's clothing. And there are false apostles transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. Acts 20:28 states this: it says, after my departing shall grievous wolves coming among you, not sparing the flock. Could these grievous wolves be wolves in sheep's clothing? Matthew 7, 15 and 21 says, beware of false apostles will come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You should know them by their fruits. If we're having ecumenicalism and uniting worldliness with Christianity, aren't their fruits evil? If they're closing down churches due to some COVID-19 crisis and allowing worldliness on Sunday, aren't their fruits evil? Beloved, we need to give the straight testimony. Now's the time for the straight testimony. Don't receive apostasy and don't coddle with these apostates. I was there and I met a Seventh-day Adventist. He goes to another church in a local area up in Alabama near Tennessee border. He's a prayer and truth member. I told him, I said, Oakwood is an apostasy. This is wrong. They should not be having rap on this campus or gospel rap on this campus. He made an excuse for it and said, it's not gospel. It's not gospel. I said, but it's rap. He wouldn't say anything. Then he said, don't tell me, tell them. I said, I'm not going to tell them because they'll take my life, and they will take my life. They'll kill me. They'll snuff me out if I reprove them for their sins, beloved. Because they're murderers. They're like Cain versus Abel. Okay, that's who they are. They're sad that their sacrifice was rejected by God. And so they'll take the brother's life when you reason with them about their apostasy. And they endorse homosexuality. They endorse new theology. They endorse ecumenicalism. They endorse women's ordination. They endorse Sunday service. They endorse spiritual information. They are in apostasy, beloved. And they need to be rebuked, beloved. And let me tell you something. Very soon is coming. Like an overwhelming surprise, troops to the cities and shutting down all the cities and giving forced vaccinations and the military overtaking fascism to our cities and a system of martial law in our cities. Most Congressman, Father, please save you in the kingdom. Please let them not give into apostasy. Please let them give straight testimony. Please let them sign, cry against all abominations that be done in the mystery. Isaiah 58:1 and 2. In Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Maranatha. God bless you, beloved.